Hey folks, Tim Thomas here. Super excited to talk about a revolutionary automated system that can realistically bring you thousands of dollars a week without selling. Folks, turn your speakers up. This is going to be one for the books. We're super excited, folks, to bring this call. Before we go into the call, guys, go ahead and like this video, like it, smash that like button, guys, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so when I upload a video, you'll be the first to know. We're going to go straight into our conference call and enjoy yourself, guys. Learn how to earn anywhere from payments $500 up to $11,000 selling these products and services.
My name is Dave. I will be your primary host for the Prosperity People Systems calls. And these are open calls. They are both prospects and members. And today is Wednesday, June 24th, 2020, 8 o'clock Central Time. And this is our weekly prospecting call for PPS. Again, we will have some recordings coming out shortly. We've been just kind of working and tweaking on this stuff. So just be patient, they'll be there pretty quick. I'm going to start with our disclaimer. PPS does not, or cannot and does not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn any money with our ideas, products, information, tools, or strategies. Any financial numbers referenced here or on our website are illustrative of concepts only and should not be considered average earnings, exact earnings, or promises for actual or future income. And also in PPS, there is no discounting allowed beyond the company-sponsored discount. Our mission here is to keep the opportunity clean and fair for all members. It is being monitored, and this, unfortunately does happen in many other programs. And we do have a zero-tolerance policy for this type of thing. And again, it's not to be harsh, but it does keep it in programs. And this is really for the benefit of all members. Products, we are a product-centered and product-focused program. So I'm not gonna start out here on how you can make tons of money working an hour a day and retire in 6 months and all that kind of nonsense. The shiny red object syndrome, it just isn't here. It doesn't exist here. This is a real business. So there's 5 different product packages within PPS, and they range from $500 to $11,000. And each product package does consist of high-level training from top-level internet marketers. And our products are hand-picked and assembled with really a great deal of thought so that you, the members, can build real-world skill sets that continue to build, the higher and higher levels as you go up in the product package purchases. We are not and never will be like every other high-ticket opportunity that just pushes the income ahead instead of education and product value. We do have real products, and they are worth every penny spent, and actually a lot more. So, Prosperity People Systems, it is really a very simple direct sale product-based affiliate program. And it can be used by anybody to build up new skill sets through the use of our digital products. And you earn money for each product sale and the sales of your team members. And, you'll learn, you can learn and apply the education from the training courses to build up your internet skill sets, start an online business, successfully promote affiliate programs, increase your newsletter readership, build a responsive subscriber list, and even develop your own digital products if that's what you want to do. So we cover many different areas and aspects of business and businesses here. And the training is real-world training from well-known and well-respected internet marketers that have sold millions of dollars in products and affiliate programs. So these are not cheap trade good products. They're not outdated or recycled. Our products are what we call evergreen products, meaning that they don't lose their value or effectiveness over time. So Let's get into the contents of the product packages. Product package number one, bronze package, focuses on your overall basic business concepts, product development, product hosting, product delivery, marketing and mindset training. Starting with mindset, we have a book in here called The Master Key System by Charles Sinal. One of the greatest mindset books, really a product that you can own, along with many others. We've had our other product packages. It's pretty difficult actually to put a price on this book. And what white label does mean for those of you who don't know is you can repurpose, repackage, and resell these books. There's a lady named Rebecca Fine. She has a site, scienceofgettingrich.net. And, excuse me, she started this business actually back in 1998, still going strong today. I want to break off here a little bit, and I do want to talk about marketing for a few minutes before I move on to the other products. And there is a piece called Print Genie, and it's actually from our free training that we do on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings at the same time and number. And you can find this piece. I'll give you a short website here. It's https://cli.re/pps-basic. Read that one more time. https://cli.re/pps-basic. And it's in the folder called PTS, that's Tom, Sam, PTS handouts. And it talks about statistics and what you can expect from marketing. And now this is a direct mail guide that's packed full of a lot of great information. And what it says in there, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but first contact, say you're marketing to people that they don't know you from Adam. So at the first point of contact, whatever your advertising piece is, doesn't have to be direct mail. The response is going to be from 0.8% to 1.5% response. That's what you can expect. After the second contact, it goes to 4%. After the third contact, it goes to 6%. After the fourth contact, it goes to 10%. And here's where the magic happens. After the fifth contact, it jumps to 81%. And this statistic is really true of other forms of marketing as well. And this information is particularly useful to newer members. You know, when again you're marketing to people that don't know you, they're not necessarily going to buy from you the first time they see your advert, whatever it is. So just something to keep in mind, and I'll touch a little bit more on that a little bit later in the call. So back to the product packages. Product package 2, that's our silver package, and that consists of training that focuses on salesmanship, internet sales, the psychology of sales triggers, customer retention and growth, list building, intermediate and advanced marketing tactics and copywriting. And this package also includes mindset training. And some of the books here, there's 3 of them: The Science of Getting Rich, The Science of Being Great, and The Science of Being Well. These books are all by a gentleman named Wallace Wattles. And these, again, are all red label products that you own as well. And these books, like many of the great mind science books, are written really from actually the late 1800s to the early 1900s, 20s and 30s. And later books, mind science books, are really based on the teachings of the earlier books. So, and the reason you'll hear us talk a lot about mind science is that we know it has a lot to do with necessary principles of success. And that's, whatever you're doing in your life, not just business. It's really all about how you think. It really all starts there. So on product package 3, that's our gold package. And that consists of training that focuses on internet business concepts and plans, content creation, successful business ventures, time management, intermediate and advanced business growth, online business mastery, overview of top-level internet marketing businesses, video marketing, intermediate and advanced success mindset training. And we're going to be adding additional white label books to product package 3, just to kind of round out and enhance the mindset training courses. So there'll be mindset training in all of our product packages. Product package 4, a development package, that consists of training that focuses on information product development, info products, how to package them, how to brand them, how to position them, and how to launch them. Also, small business growth, intermediate and advanced internet marketing, client acquisition, customer retention and growth, and these are by different instructors. Insider secrets of top-level internet marketers, what we call the Unstuck seminars, and more mindset training. Product package 4, you're actually getting 10 additional success mindset books. Again, these are all white label products that we do own, and you can learn from them and also earn income from them if you want to. Product package 5, diamond package, that consists of all the previous product packages combined together into really a dynamic training package, and it's definitely worth a lot more than $11,000. And these product packages build upon one another, really to continue to build your skill sets to higher and higher levels. And you're going to be able to successfully learn how to create many different types of businesses if that's what you want to do. Of course, just increase your knowledge and success at PPS, or maybe another business or businesses that you're currently working with. So you see this training goes well beyond just prosperity people systems.
Yeah, something I can interject, Dave.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, and also there's a synergy between the programs. So you got to understand what you're learning in each product package does translate over to a better response in reference to your marketing, and that could be, as Dave alluded to, any type of marketing. So if you're marketing PBS as an affiliate program, by learning different things about sales triggers, what is the psychology of a sales trigger? I know Dave, went rather quickly over saying, client acquisition, understand just the philosophy of client acquisition, and have a $1 million earner telling you how he acquired his clients and how he segmented maybe the higher end clients from the lower end clients. I mean, later we'll get into breaking down some of these products, but this is just sort of the evolution of what you learn through the synergy of each product on top of its next product, the next product on top of the previous product, as well as the training being overlapped into your own marketing of PPS. I just wanted to add that in because that is something that I think people miss, because they're getting products, yes, they're going to learn some from those products, but then they'll sort of disconnect the product that they're buying from the affiliate program that they're participating in, and they're both synergistically connected, is what I'm saying. So that's it.
Yeah, great points. And two, I mean, there's client acquisition. I learned this back many years ago. There was guys that are, or gals that are great at bringing people into a program, but then customer retention, attrition, that's a whole nother spectrum. So there's really a couple of aspects there for sure. So, if you're already an experienced marketer, of course you can still learn something you didn't know. You can find better, more effective ways to market. Again, we have training from a number of different instructors, so you're getting different perspectives from different people. And all of this training does work if you learn and apply it. And of course, if you're already a successful marketer, you can be proud selling these products, knowing you're adding value to the customer. And this we were talking about on our training call. When you add value, the more value you add to people and to the world, the more comes back to you. So what you can learn here is not only how to be a better marketer, but also how to be a better sponsor, a better leader, by gaining knowledge for yourself and for your members. We, of course, provide as much support as we can but we would hope, that you would do the same for your members. And, of course, you want them to stay and be successful, and so do we. So, product package 5, we have all of the previous products from, again, several top internet marketers, again, combined together into a dynamic training package, worth much more than 11,000. And these products combined have literally generated millions of dollars in sales for the product owners, the product developers, and the licensors. Our goal here in PPS for everybody is join for the products, stay for the commissions, and stay for the community. As far as products and learning, I know I've said this before, but e-learning, again, is expected to grow into a $325 billion industry by 2025, and that's what you're doing here. That's what's in our products, delivered by audio, video, and materials. So we have training delivered in various formats because we realize people have different ways and different styles of learning that helps them retain the information better, depending on how they learn. So, as far as the pay plan, Prosperity People Systems does use a direct selling pay plan where you earn 100% commissions right out of the gates, right from your first sale. Here, you're not going to see any one-ups or two-ups or reverse one or two-ups or matrices or wheels or any of that kind of stuff. There's no money going to it. It's really, really straightforward. And your income level, of course, will be directly affected and connected by the digital product packages that you license, that you activate, and that you sell, of course. There's 5 different product packages you can earn commissions from. First is our bronze product package, package number 1, and the total cost for that is $647. Commission on that is $500, and the admin fee, and these are all one-time admin fees. The admin fee for that is $167. And our second product package, the silver package, total for that, cost-wise, is $1,747. Commission is $1,500. The admin fee is $247. Third, our gold package, package number 3, total cost $2,847. Commission is $3,500, and the admin fee is $347. Platinum package, that's product package number 4, total cost $7,947. Commission is $7,500, and the admin fee is $447. And then finally, our diamond package, the big package, that's product package number 5. Total cost on that, $11,547. Commission is $11,000, and the admin fee for that is $547. And there's 2 different ways you can earn from each of the product packages. Again, if you're activating all 5 product packages, you will have at your disposal 15 total income streams. And the first way to earn is commissions is through the direct sales that you make. Second way is through the roll-up sales that your team members make. And third, you earn commissions through the upgrade sales that your team members make. So there's some leverage here built into the system, other people's efforts, other people's money. A couple of examples here. For example, if you say you were active, you joined us, and you're active at product package number 5, the $11,000 level, down in Robert, if they say Robert purchases product package number 2, the $1,500 level from you, you would earn a direct sale commission of $1,500. And Robert starts marketing PPS until he makes another sale, say at product package number 4, the $7,500 level. Robert only makes a $1,500 commission because that's the highest active product level that he has purchased. And you now you would earn a roll-up sale commission of $6,000 from Robert's sales from his efforts because you're his sponsor and you're active at product package number 5, the $11,000 level. So now Robert decides he doesn't want to keep rolling up sales to you, so he sends you an upgrade sale commission of $9,500 to activate him at the top level, just like you at the diamond level. So now Robert's basically done rolling up sales. So you can continually earn roll-up commissions multiple levels deep if you're direct affiliates and not at the highest product package levels. So again, these product packages. Go ahead, Bill.
No, I was going to say also, you want to look at it too, not just how you're earning. Sorry about that, Dave. I should have. But if you're earning from these product packages, you can earn 3 different levels that Dave just covered. But you're also earning in how you get paid. And I think that's a big point that we want to say. If you're getting paid in cash, I don't know if you guys have read one of the 3 reports. It's giving you some freedoms that usually you wouldn't get if you're just getting a paycheck, you're getting a direct deposit, and something, I don't know, you guys have all heard this before. George Orwell once wrote, if you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. What that means is control, and if you understand the war on cash, I mean, some of these, I don't know if you guys have read this, I'll read it quickly, I didn't want to interject too much, but Italy has already made cash transactions over $1,000 illegal. Switzerland has proposed to ban cash payments in excess of 100,000 francs. Russian bans cash transactions over $10,000. Spain bans cash transactions over $2,500. Mexico made cash payments of more than 200,000 pesos illegal. And you can figure out, the exchange rates on these. But Uruguay banned transactions of over 5,000, and France made transactions of 1,000 illegal. That's $1,000 cash. So if you were getting transactions of $1,000 cash in France, you could be in trouble. So it's showing you the control factor of what people are doing. It's exactly why Ron Paul had stated the cashless society is the IRS's dream. Total knowledge of and control over the finances of every single American. So I just want to interject that. That's in our 3 reports, the war on cash. So, which is, the totalitarian government, and it's the powers to one instead of the powers to many. Instead of giving us freedoms for what we really should have, if anyone died, in the Civil War or even before that, Revolutionary War or any war to give us our freedoms, when we should have them. And I think one of the first things that should be free is our income. So just allude to that. You can always go back to that report, but it's pretty interesting. As all these countries make cash illegal, that's one of the aspects that you can show to other people that we have a cash program. There's nothing illegal about our cash program. You're just getting paid in cash if you would like to be paid in cash for the products that we sell. So, something to think about.
Yeah, great point. And we really don't mention the cash aspects, I guess, because we were so focused on products and staying away from gifting, so people didn't get the wrong idea. But yeah, you can definitely get paid in cash or any other way you want. But yeah, cash is very free.
Well, even on a side note, Dave, Dave's into. We have some side assets. We invest in sell turquoise. We just watched a video where a guy lies down in Vegas. Of course, he's buying turquoise from a turquoise seller, and he lies down $30,000 cash.
In cash.
All cash. So
didn't even think twice about it. Yeah, it's crazy.
No. So go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for that, though. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we should maybe mention a little more about the cash aspect. Because, yeah, we're not doing anything illegal here, that's for sure. We follow a lawyer's template, actually. So.
Yeah, and if somebody does allude to this and say, do you guys report your income? As I've said it on training calls, Dave has probably said this before, we say, you know what, we do pay tax on income. I do pay tax on my income received. what I pay is between me, God, and the government. Boom, keep it like that. And I keep it short and sweet. If they try to dig, I just tell them, look, I'm just going to repeat myself. You want to hear me keep repeating this, you can keep asking, but that's what I'm going to tell them. So keep it short and sweet.
Yep. Well, exactly. Yeah. We're not here to give tax advice, so. Anyway. A couple other figures we've gone through before. I don't want to get too deep into this, but the reason we say this, if you're an MLMer or were, knowing those businesses, you have to bring in and retain a lot of people to really make any money. And in this day and age, I believe people really need to make a very significant amount of money, especially for such an unknown future, what's going on in the world today. So I'll just run through a couple of these. If you made 20 sales, say at product package 1, in a year's time, there would be an additional income of $10,000. If you did 20 sales at product package 2, there's $30,000. Same thing at product package 3. You're jumping up to $70,000, which is really the corporate executive income. And, these are incomes on top of whatever income you're currently bringing in. 20 sales at package 4, now you're jumping up to $150,000. And the same thing at product package 5, now you're up to $220,000. These are significant incomes. And they are doable. Some people are looking for these types of incomes. There's people out there that maybe looking just for an extra few thousand a month. It's really up to you how you want to run your business. But really, any way you slice it, adding these numbers to your additional income, they're definitely going to make an impact. Especially in these trying times, we have no idea what's going to happen in the future. The government, the banks, as Will alluded to, they're playing a lot of games for sure. There's definitely more to come. But based on these numbers, we're only considering the direct sales commissions that you guys are making from each product package. That's, again, it's not including the roll-up of the upgrade sales commissions from your members, using the leverage that's available to you in the system. Interesting, earlier today, I was talking with a couple of gentlemen today. I was on a Zoom webinar. We were talking about tax shelters, asset protection, things like that. And last week I had mentioned a free financial newsletter that you guys can get by a guy named Mike Maloney, and his website is goldsilver.com. And I was talking to these guys, and they actually brought it up. They said, besides these other shelters we were talking about, I won't get into those, but they said, gold and silver is something that we have a keen interest in. And they asked me if I'm still filming Mike Maloney. And I said, yeah, I've got his book sitting right here. So they were big fans of his, of course. And I would definitely advise anyone get his free newsletter. A lot of good information. It's not just about gold and silver. He talks a lot about what's going on in the world. Very smart, very well-respected guy. So.
Yeah, one thing that I was saying one thing that Leonard had said, or we had said before making our agreement with Leonard, is as people get going, we would like to create these groups within PPS members that actually work exactly like what Dave's saying. We start following advice, and there's quite a few different people. We've got a guy, don't know, we haven't given this out because, again, we want to build the group up first, have some income come into people, but we have a guy that can clean your credit, even if you have, we had someone up in California that had 4 government liens and 4 collection agency, 8 total, on his credit, and this guy helped him clean all of that credit and got him up to a 721 credit score. He was like 5-something. I don't know if you remember him, Ed Perea, Dave, but he was like 5-something, and he got him up to 721. He was flabbergasted. We got another guy that legally can get you into what's considered legitimate offshore account, bank, brokerage, LLC, and trust account offshore. exes or ex-business partners or, people trying to sue you, you've got some protection there. And these are all the things that people think, wow, I need a lot of money to do. No, you don't. And every citizen, definitely, if you hold true to the value of being free, should implement these in some way, shape, and form. We've done sort of alternative assets. That's what our group's into right now, building wealth through alternative assets. But we definitely want to work with members who, once you have enough, we can, turn you on to these people so that you can start setting up protective measures, not just holding a whole bunch of cash. Even though 100,000 cash in a safe is great, you'd want to have some assets that Dave was saying. Mike Maloney can teach you that. We've got Dave's looking at some other things that are quite extensive. We've got this guy that can clean your credit. We got another guy that's been doing this 18 years. He works with the next IRS agent to set you up offshore. And I think you're the primary. You got to watch if you're set up offshore. You don't want to be the secondary. You're the primary on all these accounts. And you can even set up legitimate credit card processing offshore connected into your bank, whether that be Bahamas, Uruguay, Nevis, wherever. So these are things, again, we wanted, and we had mentioned this to Leonard, this is what we'd like to do is build this into a community. So it's not only PPS, it's our community, and it's us helping each other, do what the super wealthy have done for so many years, and then take that mindset that I have to be super wealthy to do what they do. No, you don't. You really can start the offshore bank brokerage LLC and trust. You start it for $2,500. What's that sale? Big money, Mike. $7,500. Hey, you could have already set up a bank brokerage LLC and trust through this guy, and then of course you could put a certain amount of money in that, and that's protective measures for your money. So again, we're just saying there's a whole bunch of things. We've got some assets that we deal with silver. Mike Maloney can get you into that, and you can even do price comparisons on different companies out there. But definitely, that's sort of our idea of this whole thing, and coming alongside Leonard is to, of course, give people the support system they need so PPS can be successful. But once you are successful, that's just the beginning. Now you can set up something, trust in your name for your kids or your wife, or set up assets in silver and gold. So those are the things. Clean up your credit. Do all the things that the super wealthy do, so we can sort of emulate their lives, at least in time freedom. So, side note there, Dave.
Yeah, good point. In fact, the reason I had started bringing up some of that stuff, it's really not a bad idea once you start making some money to start thinking about, what do you want to do with it? How do you have to protect it? Those types of things. That's very important, especially with, again, who knows what's going to happen in the future. So we're definitely looking into numerous different, shelters, protective measures, those types of things. And, like the offshore guy Will was talking about, I just talked to him a couple of days ago. We've known this guy for years, actually. I don't know where we haven't done it yet. But he said, yeah, still about $2,500 to $3,000 you can get set up with all that stuff. So, yeah, it's prices.
Yeah, and I mean,
his prices have not changed. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's crazy because he's working with the next IRS agent that helps you even file. So just in case he wants to make everything legitimate, and he's been on one of our conferences where and we may have him, if Leonard allows, maybe we'll have him on this conference, where we can have a guest speaker come in, and he can tell you, hey, this is what it's about. It's not about skirting the government. It's about protecting yourself and diversifying. And that's the things that people think, wow, okay, that's for the super rich. No, it's for every citizen of the United States. You guys all have those freedoms, and now take your freedom into your wealth, and then be able to transfer that wealth not to the state, but to your kids, your wife. Those are the things that I think mean a lot to us, being able to protect our asset, grow our asset, diversify it. And I give kudos to everyone because you're doing it right now. You just diversified some of your assets. Even if you were grandfathered in or you came into this program, you're diversifying your assets right now by turning cash into digital products, which will transfer back into cash flow. So there's a diversification right there. So.
Yeah. So, okay, back to marketing. What I was kind of alluding to earlier from what I read from one of our handouts. Again, the key to succeeding in PPS or any business, consistency in your marketing and your advertising efforts. 6 months minimum, in any program to see what it can do for you, preferably a year. And again, like I was alluding to earlier, a lot of people, and I've done it myself in my early days, you draw in a net or two, getting signups right off the bat, immediate results, and so you think the program doesn't work and all these other things. And what I was talking about before, that is real marketing, and that's from one of the biggest print houses in the country. And we've heard, numerous other people over the years say exactly the same thing. You have to be consistent. And you want to keep marketing to the same crowd. Like I said, 5, 6 times, that's the magic number, because these people don't know you from Adam. Why would they buy from you? Interesting. Here's an interesting thing. I was listening to a webinar, this was a few years ago, and this guy's standing up there speaking, and he's got this big crowd of people. And he starts the whole thing out. He says, okay. He said, I want everybody to line up, and then I want you to come up to the stage, and I want you to hand me your wallet. And of course, everybody's just dead silent. He says, no. He says, I'm not teaching you guys anything. I know you guys paid a lot of money for the seminar, and I'm not doing anything again until you all come up here and you give me your wallet. So now people are starting to rumble and talk and rumble. And he's just standing there, and he says, no, really, last time I'm saying it. It's just like, so he starts laughing. He said, okay, the point I'm making is, you don't know me, maybe by name, maybe you came to this seminar. Why would people pay money right off the bat to people they don't know anything about? So it really just goes round and round like that. That's really just, the basis of marketing. So yeah, this is really no exception. If you have a list that don't respond the first time, market to them again, keep marketing to them again. And another thing I've heard people say is they come in, they get all gung ho, and they say, well, I'm going to use this source, and I'm going to spend $5 or $10 grand. And I've heard this so many times that it comes back, and they get little or nothing out of it. And the reason being is they didn't test that market or that marketing piece or anything else. It's great to throw out that kind of money and do a big campaign, but the smart way to do it is start out small. Start out, pick a source, pick a couple sources, pick an ad, try and write a good ad or get someone to write it for you or whatever. Throw it out there a few times and see how it does. Test it out before you start spending big money. Then you're really going to be unhappy. I spent all this money, oh my gosh, now I'm out of money. On their first campaign. So there's definitely a method to doing this. And again, that's something we get into deeper on the training.
Yeah, and so some people, you're right on that, Dave. Some people do not like to be marketed via email. They want you to send them a letter. Some people don't like to be sent a letter. They want you to text them. Another way to really be involved is as you get marketing, and I've just started this, believe it or not. I've been in this a long time. But just to send out a confirmation of, hey, is this the best way to contact you? I know it sounds so small. That's a huge thing. It may not be the best way to contact them. You want the best way to contact them so you can start taking that marketing channel and applying your marketing directly into what they like. And if you get to where you're marketing to how they like to be marketed to, you're going to probably have a higher response rate, for sure. I guess we can. We'll take this to Q&A. I know.
Q&A session has started. To ask your question, please press *6.
Should work. We went to Q&A, but if just hit *6 if you got questions or comments. We